Welcome back to another episode of PA Whiskey Guys. I'm Chris.
I'm Jesse.
Oh, wait a minute, Jesse. We got someone else in the room.
And Johnny here.
Oh,
it's been
man.
a little bit, fellas. But it's good to be back, finally.
God is back. Man, what's going on?
Much good to be back here with you guys.
Yeah.
A little bit of a hiatus due to work reasons, but...
Hey, understandable.
Yeah, it's been busy for everybody, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, good. We're on episode 21. So I think we've done about 20 without you.
Yeah, just about.
For today's episode, we're going to be trying a Wild Turkey 8-year.
Yeah, this one's popular. It's been floating around the internet pretty good.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people are looking for it, finding it, trying it.
Was this picked up in Pennsylvania?
No, this is out of state.
Okay. All right. So you probably can't find it here then, right? I'm assuming.
I haven't seen it. I don't know if anybody's gotten the state yet from what
Okay.
I've been watching and reading and all that stuff. So
Wow. So it's the Wild Turkey 8-year. It's 101 proof. The 8-year, it's aged 8 years.
yeah, on the bottle.
The mash bills is 75 corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley.
Yeah, this is slowly going to replace the regular Wild Turkey 101, I believe.
Okay.
In the future, you know, once they run out of stock. We did Wild Turkey before. We did the mashup, I think, of all of them. So we had like Kentucky Spirit in there. We had some Rare Breed. We had the 101. Forget what else we had.
Did the rare breed rye?
We did a rye. No, not the rye one. We
Okay.
did something else in there. Forget. Maybe just the regular rye. The regular 101.
Yeah, it
rye.
wasn't the rare breed, right?
Okay.
But yeah, Wild Turkey. They've been around for a long time. So, you know, an overview of this. Says Wild Turkey is an 8-year-old whiskey. It's robust, full-bodied Kentucky straight bourbon that embodies the grit, tradition, and craftsmanship of America's most iconic distilleries. Bottled at 101 proof, this high rye bourbon delivers rich, complex flavors with a kind of depth only time and experience can produce. Aged a full 8 years, longer than most bourbons in its class, Wild Turkey stands tall as a benchmark for quality in the whiskey world. This was made in years past. It looks like they took it off the market in 1992. I'm not sure why they're bringing it back now, but I know they're doing some changes, you know.
Right.
So
32 years ago?
yeah,
33 years ago? Wow.
it's made from a smaller batch of barrels. That doesn't say how many barrels or whatever, but they're hand selected by the master distillers of Wild Turkey. You know, Bruce Russell. He's the grandson of legendary master distiller Jimmy Russell. So I think this was solely his project now.
Right.
He took it all over. So, but yeah, I mean, it's you know, we're nosing it and doing a little sample tasting or whatever. It's pretty good. So, you know, but.
Well, John, since it's been a little bit for you,
Got to get back in the saddle here.
yeah, you got a little bit of history for us.
Yeah, we're going to dig into the history here a little bit. As Chris mentioned, so naturally, you know, everybody's pretty familiar with Wild Turkey over the years. You know, they have an established lineage. Their roots go back to the 1800s. They were officially named distillery in 1940 when executive took samples on a turkey hunt, cementing its name and legacy.
That's a great story.
Yeah, we
did mention it briefly, but it's a great story for those that ever. It's actually pretty interesting to hear that one.
Yeah, the master distillers, you know, famously helmed by the legendary master distiller Jimmy Russell, and now his son Eddie Russell, forming one of the longest-standing father-son teams in the industry.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty neat to see.
Sticking with family.
Yeah.
And then a little bit, you know, their heritage of strength, known for refusing to compromise on age or proof. Wild Turkey remains fiercely committed to keeping traditional bourbon making relevant in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. which is nice too. That they're sticking to like the basic principles.
Yeah, they're never gonna change. Yeah, it's one of those they got to do it.
So many different variations, between cask finishing, this and that.
Yep.
And just keeping it simple process, and they have a good product.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to the production process. The mash bill on the 8-year-old, it's a high rye mash consisting of 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley, which in return, delivers a bolder profile with, some spice and a firm structure to it. As we mentioned earlier, the barrel aging on this is 8 years in deeply charred New American oak. And then the distillation and bottling. So it is distilled at a little bit of a lower proof and coming in at around 115 proof, allowing for more interaction with the wood and a richer, fuller tasted bottling. And non-chill filtered, depending in some markets and in select releases, Wild Turkey 8-year-old maintains more of its natural oils, flavor and compounds for, an enhanced mouthfeel on the palate.
Yeah. Well, now, okay. Here I have another little discussion on the side here. High rye bourbons. Why is it a high rye?
It's a term that they throw out. So obviously, bourbon 51% has to be 51% corn.
Yeah. Okay.
So they say higher rye because most are like, I guess under 10% maybe. I don't know if there's a thing, but that's what they call it.
Okay.
I mean, it's really not that high.
That's only 13%.
There are some that could be up higher, like
okay.
I think Knob Creek makes theirs like that Boo Rye or whatever it's called, or what I forget what that was called.
The bourbon rye.
That's probably like,
Was that half and half blend?
yeah,
okay.
That's like way higher rye than this, but that's just what they're considered. I don't.
Okay.
It's just a term. It's probably more a term than anything.
I see high rye and I'm thinking 95.5 and that's not. It isn't. This is corn.
Not deceiving, but it's a little bit of a curveball.
Yeah, I actually don't know. That's something we can look up. I actually don't know for sure, but
or somebody that's listening knows. Let us know. Throw your thoughts in the comments. All right, let's get into the nose on this, fellas. Let's see.
Yeah, I've been nosing it as you guys are talking. It's pretty good. I mean, I wasn't sure what to expect. I haven't had much Wild Turkey other than the couple that we reviewed in the past and stuff like that. And it's always a go-to. Everybody said 101's the best one to go to,
Yeah.
It smells great. I think it smells fantastic. It's, it's sweet nose for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely got a very accommodating nose out of the glass. I mean, this bottle was a fresh crack too, so this hasn't had any time to breathe.
Mm. Now you mentioned cherry before. You
Yeah,
still getting that?
It's more. I mean, it was there faintly, and it was kind of disappeared. It's still staying pretty sweet for me. I am getting like the little cinnamon in there. I haven't been getting that. Although last I think we won, I did. Not recording wise, whatever. I forgot I drank last, but actually it was Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
Okay.
Actually, I was drinking that over this weekend.
Okay.
I am getting like definitely sweet. I get a little bit of the cinnamon, and it's like the baking spices are there.
Right.
Like,
See, now you've referenced cherry cola before, and I swear on the nose, that's what I got on one of the noses.
Yeah.
It was a cherry cola.
Yeah, like I think we said this in the one episode. I don't know if it was the last one recorded or whatever, but the cola could be the brown sugar that we're getting. That's pretty much. I mean, it's brown sugar and Coke or and those type of sodas.
Yeah,
but it smells great. I mean, it smells really good.
And this juice is very chewy.
Yeah,
like after we got done nosing here, taking a little bit of a sip, it's got a really nice coating mouthfeel. I mean, it lingers on the palate. It's juicy, flavors there. And like we mentioned, it is a little bit of a lower proof coming in at 101 proof, but it's still got a nice little hit to it on the finish.
I think my palate's on point today. Like I've been lacking sometimes, on tastings and stuff, but we always have the tasting notes in front of us just to compare. And we do it kind of blind when we're doing our own, when we first starting to talk about it. But their tasting notes are spot on with exactly what I'm getting.
Right.
Although I don't get the tobacco as they're mentioning. The orange, I do get a little fruitiness in there, but it's not like pronounced orange. But everything else, bold caramel, vanilla, peppery rice spice, 100%. I can still feel it on my tongue right now.
I get the same as the peppery rice spice.
The toasted oak, I guess I can get that too. Yeah, it's good. I'm definitely enjoying this one today.
Very smooth and balanced.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm in my own head or not, but the green apple, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I get the green apple
Green
again
apple
on it.
prevails.
I feel like I always get this. It's just it's a dominant flavor that I pick out all the time.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
It's very good.
I'm getting like that candy fruit type of note, which I guess would kind of encompass like some, that cherry type of, that hint you were getting there.
I'm getting like a green apple and peanut butter kind of deal. Like if you dip the green apple in peanut butter and eat it,
Makes sense.
that.
It's nice you get just enough oakiness out of it
Yeah.
where it hits the palate, but it doesn't overpower it.
Yeah, as I'm still nosing, I get more oak. I'm getting more more oak on the nose, but you don't taste it. Like it's not overdone, like you said. It's balanced. I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed. I mean, again, people go to Wild Turkey 101 for a reason,
Right?
But like, it's not getting a lot of hype. But
It's very flavorful.
I actually can't wait to find this one so I can buy my own.
Yeah, very flavorful. I chew it a little bit too, and it's even better.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see this in PA sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's nice about these guys is they make a good, consistent product that's available.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you get into some of the higher end, more limited releases.
Yeah, like
but
Kentucky
it's like,
Spirit. We never see that here. I mean, again, though, that's PA though.
right?
You can't knock them. They're putting it out. They just don't. I mean, I don't know. Is Kentucky Spirit sold in PA?
No,
So I mean,
I've only ever seen it out of state. But it's like when it does make its arrival here. I mean, you could always reach for it. It's consistent. It's there. And its price point isn't bad. This bottle's out of Virginia. I think around $49.99 before tax.
Wow. And that comes down to the state for not ordering it as well. As far as
I mean,
what
they
we
might
see,
not
what we don't
distribute
see.
certain things here. I mean, actually, I don't remember when we said it, but I mentioned Kentucky Spirit again. They haven't been out that long with that offering, right?
I think it was on and off.
Over the years.
Over the years.
Yeah, over
right?
the years.
'Cause I'm
So,
looking back at the history when I know that was probably the last episode I was on with
Yeah.
you guys. Back around the turn of the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this one. This
This is very good.
For the first sip of the day for me. It's good.
I tell you what, it's not overpowering on the palate either. I mean, you get a little of the spice from that rye.
The spice might shy a couple people away if they're not used to it. But it's still doable,
But it's not a hit from the high proof though. That's getting
No,
it.
yeah.
To me, it's like that cooking spice,
Yeah,
the rye spice.
it doesn't hit you.
It's not the high ethanol
Zero
content.
burn. Like you don't get the Kentucky hug
No.
at all. I mean, like nothing.
Get a little more of a Kentucky tickle.
I tell you, like the lingering in the mouth as well is great. I mean, the aftertaste on this it's there a while.
Right.
So I would say if we're gonna go back to the whole leg stuff, that would be very viscous.
Yeah.
Because it would have high viscosity, right? Because it does stay around.
That last taste was full on cinnamon bomb. Full on cinnamon.
Yeah, a lot of cinnamon, nutmeg, and like you said earlier, Jesse, the baking spices.
Yeah.
So the cinnamon, I get a little bit of like an aftertaste of the fireballs, like a very light fireball
Like the
finish.
tingle part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Not I don't get hit with the cinnamon right off the bat though.
This one, I'm curious to see what this one's going to be in another, few weeks or month down the road once it
Took the
breeds.
words right out of my
I
mouth.
have to revisit it.
Yeah, this one might be a keeper. I actually think this is better than the 70th. I haven't had the 70th in a while. I think the last time I had it was when we recorded it, but
Because wasn't this supposed to be a take off of the 70th?
I think so. because that's age. That's
Right.
8 years. So they said. I don't think it was
right.
stated, but I think that's supposed to be 8
Right.
years. So who knows? Who knows what they do? You know, maybe the 70th was a trial
Right.
run for this one.
Could be.
You know, I'd be curious to see
Right,
it side by
a little
side.
bit of, market research
still
and
have
see
to.
what the feedback is before they release it as a normal release.
Hey. Now, what are you pairing it with over there?
So right now, I'm pairing it with a cigar, New World Dorado.
Okay.
So this pairing is actually pretty good. You got a very well balanced whiskey with a cigar that's more medium plus in profile. So I mean, you have the spice from the cigar that gets offset by that caramely, smooth creaminess on the finish on the Wild Turkey.
Yeah, way to go there. Yeah, good
It's a
thinking
nice,
ahead.
nice little pairing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like
So yeah, anybody listening, as always, drop some comments. I mean, I'm sure people that listen are cigar smokers. So if you have any pairing suggestions with the Wild Turkey, the the one we're featuring today in the podcast here, definitely drop some comments, thoughts, and look forward to hearing everybody's feedback.
Yeah, I opted not to have one today. I always like to try things with a fresh palate, and
Yeah.
I'm afraid that cigars are gonna blow me out. But you never
Especially
know.
having it with for the first
And
time.
I don't know pairings. I'm not a cigar pairing person.
No.
I've been lacking on the cigar world for a while, and I feel from doing bourbons and whiskeys in general that I think I could pull out more flavors in cigars now.
Okay,
Going back.
yeah.
I mean, back to the days of your old place.
Right.
I was a rookie. I learned some stuff. There was some that I knew to go to versus others and stuff, but
And it's pretty much a similar process. I mean, with cigars and whiskey, whether it's scotch, bourbon, tequila, the more you try things, your palate gets accustomed to picking up,
Yeah.
the flavor nuances. I mean,
yeah.
some guys will get a little more of an interpretation of flavor, depending on the tobaccos or, the blend of the whiskey. But, the more you try, you build up, that ability to taste a little more.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, good. So final thoughts, final takeaways?
It's a win for me.
It's
yeah,
a hitter.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely 2 thumbs
I
up
like
for
it.
me. I like this a lot.
All
Again,
right.
I'd love to try it again. I mean, fresh palate for
Yeah.
me today. I'd love to try it down the road and
Yeah.
hopefully score a bottle when it
see
comes
what a little
around.
bit of
Let it
air,
open up a little bit.
time. Yeah.
Good.
And this is definitely a bottle that you could enjoy in the summer, even if it's a little hotter, maybe with a couple
Yeah,
chips.
I agree with that one. Yeah, I
a couple
agree with
ice
that one.
chips.
It's not gonna. Yeah, that's a fair statement.
Because I know me personally, when it's hot and it's summertime, it's very, like I said, me personally, it's tough to get into a heavy bourbon
Mhm.
or a heavy scotch just because for
You
whatever
think
reason.
lower proofs? You think lower? You stick to lower proofs in the summertime?
Yeah, something that's a little more timid and not as intense
Yeah.
for the for the summer months.
Yeah.
But that's all naturally personal preference.
Well, they have the term drink your sweater, so you don't want to do that right away with a higher proof,
Yeah.
Start sweating on a day when you
it.
don't want to.
Yeah. They'll warm you up. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, well, good. Well, John, we're happy you're back.
Glad to be back with you guys.
And don't forget, like and subscribe to Facebook, Instagram. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music. And I'm Chris,
I'm Jesse.
And Johnny here.
and we'll catch you with your cork out.